Attention crew, it's time to make it so. Reporting for duty are your fearless co-hosts, Crewman PVG, bringing the logic, Crewman Mgyx, keeping it bold, and Crewman Tommy, ready with the photon torpedo of hot takes. From classic episodes to new frontiers, Klingon phrases to Starfleet trivia, no quadrant is off limits. So grab your tricorder, set your phasers to fun, and prepare for another warp speed ride through the final frontier. This is Technically So.
Laying a course, maximum warp.
Aye, Captain.
Engage.
Kapla! Welcome, everybody. We are live. I'm Crewman Tommy, and sitting next to me, I'll let him introduce himself.
I am Crewman PVG, and Happy New Year, 2026.
Happy New Year. If you weren't with us on Wednesday night, I believe, where we did our special New Year's Eve extravaganza, Karen, Crewman Karen, hello. Trackbot, hello.
Hello, nerds.
That's us.
Yeah.
We're kind of like nerds that are not in disguise. Oh, my delta's a little low. Did I not do it regulation, or is it my camera? Maybe it's my camera angle.
Saggy boobs.
Yes, the moobs. The moobs are drooping. Greetings, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I am, Wednesday night I was fighting something off. Like I had this cough. I was having to cough a lot. I think I'm almost recovered from that. So thanks for sticking around. Chief Scott.
In the house. He's recuperating.
P.I. Dix. We found one of your pips, by the way.
So.
Hey, so we had homework because I see a lot of conversations about this episode, the Mgyx episode of Voyager. And so, by the way, Mgyx is tardy. He is AWOL. So we're going to have to figure out what's going on with Mgyx.
That's why it's so quiet.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
I need a cricket sound.
How could I almost forget about him? And no one asked about him. Oh, come on, you guys. But yeah, Mgyx, he might be confused because on our New Year's Eve special, we started an hour later than normal. And he has this habit historically of programming that future time in as the permanent time. Section 31 possibly got to him. He did have a lot of conspiracy theories stirring around in his mind about the 3-Eye Atlas. So they might have got to him. Oh, but back to our homework. So, yes, so that's what we actually don't know what's going on with Crewman Mgyx. He'll probably pop in at any second. Oh, you're talking about your pip, Chief Scott? Yeah, he's already put it in his ashtray. So you just got to wipe all the ash off of it.
Yeah, it's good as new.
Okay, Mgyx on Voyager. So let me give a quick rundown for those of you that have not seen the episode or haven't seen it, as I had not seen it in probably 10 or more years. So I had to reacquaint myself with what happened in that episode. So there was your typical transporter accident. Gladys Knight, Crewman Sherry in the chat.
Gladys Knight and the Pips. Got it.
Hilarious. It went over my head for a second. Then I had to go back into normal person mode. See, when I was in Trekkie mode, I didn't get it. But then I went to normal person mode, and then I was able to process your joke. Okay, Mgyx. So Voyager, I think it's like I don't know if it's season 2, somewhere in the mid-range.
Almost at the end, I think.
Oh, okay. So the latter part of season 2, you got this episode called Tuvix. Neelix and Tuvok are on the planet collecting plant samples, and there is some strange plant phenomenon that they're trying to investigate. So they're going down to get samples, and when they beam up, they are integrated into a single being with its own consciousness. Like it's basically has its own soul, separate from the consciousness of Tuvok and Neelix. And so they, they spend the entire episode trying to figure out how to separate them, which actually takes weeks. It takes several weeks to figure out a cure of how to separate them. Spoiler alert. But, you know what? I haven't seen the Lower Decks episode.
No, I did not.
A Tuvix related Lower Decks episode. See, we started Lower Decks as part of our pre-episode kind of like hype up. Like we used to do these hype sessions 30 minutes before the episode starts. We would jump on and watch either animated series, but then recently we started watching Lower Decks. So maybe we'll get back to that because I know there is a lot of good Lower Deck stuff. We were very much enjoying the Lower Decks.
Yeah,
I think more than the animated series was okay, but the Lower Decks was pretty entertaining. So no, I haven't seen it, Crewman Karen. I'm sure Mgyx has. Mgyx is very fluent with all the Lower Decks. Okay. So they're integrated into a single being. It has its own mind. It basically is taking the best character traits of each of them, right? So it's like if you could give Tuvok more personality and if you could structure Neelix into a more like a logical person. Tuvix. Okay. We'll have to check that out. We might just jump right into that one, Crewman Karen. But see, over time, everybody starts to like Tuvix. Tuvix is making friends. Tuvix is actually making some suggestions around the ship. And actually, people are saying his cooking's better than Neelix. So there's all these things happening, and everybody's starting to like Tuvix. And at the same time, the doctor is trying to come up with a cure. And eventually, the doctor says, "Hey, I got the cure." And then Tuvix basically says, "Well, maybe I don't want the cure. Like, I like me." Yep. And Janeway's got to make a tough decision.
And the crew liked him too.
Yeah, the crew liked him. Now, there were a couple people like Kes. Kes wanted Neelix back. And then they were saying, well, what about Tuvok's family back on Vulcan or wherever they are? They're going to want Tuvok back,
If they ever get back.
Yeah, and so, and then the whole thing with Kes was Kes just had weird feelings because she said, look, I know you're married. Like, Tuvok is married. So what are you going to do? You're going to, are you going to go back to Vulcan? I got a cough. Hold on. Here it comes. Are you going to go back to Vulcan and be with your wife on your Tuvok nights and then be with Kes on your Neelix nights? How's that going to play out? So Janeway has to make a tough call. Yeah, and so ultimately they have to separate Tuvix back into Neelix and Tuvok. And, that's a very controversial episode because Tuvix, is his name Tuvix?
Tuvix.
Am I saying it wrong?
Tuvix, yeah.
Okay, so it's Tuvix. so Tuvix says, "Look, don't I get a say in this? Like I'm now a being. I'm alive now. It's like you've given birth to me through your transporter accident. But Janeway's argument is, well, who can speak on behalf of Neelix and Tuvok, right? I'm their voice. So Janeway says, I'm the voice of Tuvok and Neelix, and Tuvok is obviously his own voice to speak on his behalf. But Janeway says, look, it was fun while it lasted. Sorry, buddy. This is a tough one. And so they basically had to separate them. And Tuvix no longer survived.
You were saying, what about Neelix and Tuvok? What they couldn't defend themselves? What about the plant itself? What kind of rights does plant have? Is it just a part of the next stage of evolution? Maybe kind of, or not at all.
Karen says Janeway straight up murder him. Yeah. They could have used the transporter and made a clone of right.
I was thinking the same thing.
Like, why not make a Tom Riker?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's throughout the history of Trekdom, the transporter has been used to cure medical ailments. Basically just go back to, because it's just making a copy, right?
Right.
So just go back to the last good copy. So what they should have done is they should have transported Tuvix just randomly anywhere, like from one place on the ship to another, get his information in the buffer, then do the procedure to separate him, and then recall his buffer pattern.
I think that's how they cured him in the first place. The doctor had a problem identifying and separating the plant and Tuvix and Neelix, and then they were able to. Yeah,
they did some kind of like radioactive tagging of the isotopes on each of their DNA, or one of their DNAs was able to be identified. So they tagged it with some kind of isotope, and then in the transporter algorithm,
locked onto it.
Yeah, they locked onto that and was able to separate it.
Boy, if we could use that with cancer, that'd be great.
I'll check with my guy that works at Raytheon.
There you go.
See what they're doing there. Don't want to get him Section 31.
Maybe they already have the technology.
That's what I said.
So much money.
I said, I know you guys at Raytheon already have transporters. You already reverse engineered a bunch of alien technology. You're down there at the ice wall, probably hanging out with the, the Lycorians on the other side of the ice wall.
I can't believe that we're smart enough to make this. This has got to be a reverse engineered technology.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just.
Well, there are some smart people around.
Yeah, that smart? I don't know.
Give it time.
I guess I must be really stupid.
I mean, at some point, the technology has to come from somewhere, right? Whether it's reverse engineered, and there's been people on, I think it's on Rogan's podcast, who have come on, who have said that they're reverse engineering technology that they've found, like at crash, like unidentified vessels have crashed on this planet. And maybe it's from, who knows where it's from, but they've reverse engineered the technology, to try to help humanity probably profit from it. All right, so what are you doing in this situation? Let's go back to Tuvix. You're Janeway. What are you doing? Do you do the same thing, or do you try to find another way?
I would try to find another way. I think she could have done better.
Do you think... Well, maybe it's just one of those things where looking back, you could have done better. At the time, you didn't know how it was going to end up, right? Like, who could have imagined that Tuvix was going to become this beloved character on the ship? You know, like everyone was going to like Tuvix.
And then after that, he had a say-so that he did not want to go back.
Yeah. I bet if this ever happened again, they would immediately just say, you know, we're going to put you in stasis.
There you go.
We're going to put you in a medical coma. And once we find a cure, then the next time you wake up, you'll be back to normal. That way they don't end up with this situation of this person growing their own conscience or conscious or whatever it is. Everybody liking them, you know, everybody getting a taste of what a good person this is now. Hey, he's better than Tuvok and he's better than Neelix.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah. And so, but, you know, in that situation, would you have done the separation? If Tuvix said, look, I want to live, would you have done the separation?
No, I would think on it more. I don't know. If I would have put him in stasis, I would have thought more. But it's tough. And like Karen was saying, you know, she pretty much killed him.
Well, yeah, you destroyed that soul, right?
Yeah.
You basically, but Janeway's argument was, yeah, but we lost 2 souls. We lost 2 souls, we gained 1 soul.
Right.
So if we lose 1 soul, then we gain our 2 back. It's a tough call. Now, I wonder if she could have just thought about it longer.
I wonder if it would have been possible to integrate Tuvix into Tuvok and Neelix. You know, so they can be a little bit better.
So just make 2 Tuvixes?
Well,
make a second Tuvix and then say, okay, you're going to be Neelix and you're going to be Tuvok.
Have Neelix a little bit of Tuvok and Tuvok a little bit of Neelix. You know, one's so they're both smart. They're both, I guess, more personable.
Yeah. See, like IB saying, you know, Tom Riker, the situation. You would think, you know, like if you're into like when you talk about networking, right? There's this thing called the splitter cable, right?
Right.
Like if I want to send my internet signal out and share it with somebody, or like let's just say I'm listening to my Apple Music on my phone, and somebody says, "Hey, can I listen to what you're listening to?" I would go get a splitter and let them plug in their headset, and then we could both listen to the same thing. So, yeah, the transporter, you just feed that into a splitter because, you know, I was thinking too, you could possibly even teleport them into the holodeck as part of like the pattern buffer sent over to the holodeck. And can you create like a
record their
hollow
algorithms or
create them in the holodeck just as a place to keep their pattern. Have to look into that. So what I would do, I would probably have had to done what is that? A big ladybug?
It's a bat.
No, it's a ladybug. I don't know where these ladybugs come from in here. I would probably do what Janeway did. Because at the end of the day, you got to think about Tuvok's family. And then you got to think about, you know, Kes wants, you know, Neelix back. Tuvok's family would want Tuvok back. You know, Voyager had a lot of good little dilemmas.
They're so far out. They're all on their own. I would. Yeah, I kind of agree with that now. Janeway doesn't need any more distractions, dilemmas. It would have been just to have him back.
Yeah.
You know, no more. It doesn't have to be more. It's complicated enough just trying to get back home.
Yeah. And you know what? It is sad that Tuvix had to die, but ultimately you get over it. And I think by the next episode, he's never brought up again or something. I don't know.
I wonder if they could have brought him back, you know, with...
well, yeah, that's why they should have kept him in the pattern buffer, you know, somehow.
Or kept one of those plants to beam all three of them back at the same time.
Bring him back every now and then.
Yeah.
Well, then they would have to have the reverse engineering of that. Was that all you watched, Tuvix? I mean, we just grouped. We just had a podcast on Wednesday night. So
and Strange New Worlds, you know, and
what are you watching there?
Just getting ready for
Academy.
Yeah.
Well, then you should be watching Discovery.
That hurts.
Because Discovery season 4 and 5 is more of what's going to be happening in Academy.
I know, and that's what it looks like. We'll see.
Mr. Red Directive. Mgyx, where are you, buddy?
Boy, it's so quiet, isn't it?
I know.
I didn't realize how much he was a big part of this.
Yeah, my throat's feeling it. I'm having to talk more than usual.
Do you have his text or?
I sent a message to the group.
You text him or call him?
No, I just sent a message to the group.
Call him on air.
I'm not calling him. He'll show up when he shows up. He'll probably come in at an hour late. Exactly an hour late. He'll probably jump on.
He did that with daylight savings.
He'll probably be in the middle of playing Call of Duty or something, and he'll just jump in. JVG from Florida?
Holy smokes!
Isn't it late there? Holy cow. It's like 9:23 in Florida.
She's coming back Thursday. I was at church today, and people are asking me, when is JVG coming back? And I'm thinking, I think Thursday. I think she said Thursday. I had no idea what time or whatever, but I think she's ready to come back, and she's been helping a friend out, and she's ready to come back. I said, you need to go out and have some fun, you know, but I don't know. I hope she does. She deserves it.
Well, she missed out on a good time on New Year's Eve with the chief and Crewman Renee and Crewman Sherry and the meat
Patty.
And those meatballs they brought,
sausage and cheese.
And you got to see PVG cancel himself.
Oh man, I know. I need to rewatch the.
We got to keep him away from Cutwater. Nah.
No.
Cutwater is just truth serum. Oh my goodness. All right. The title of this episode is Why Do Captains Say the Stardate when they're making a log entry? And I got to thinking about that, like, why do they say the stardate? Because you know when you retrieve log entries and when you see in episodes that they retrieve log entries, they're asking the computer, bring up all the log entries from this date. You know, the computer tags the entry with the stardate already. She went to the World Equestrian Center for New Year's Day. Oh, okay. So she's done it all now. Was that the last thing on her bucket list? Now she can chill or what?
No, she's later on this month. She's going to Texas for another horse thing. So that's great. So what does that mean? That means I'll be getting to take care of the horses again over at home.
John B says it's put in auto. Wait. No. Like, so when you watch every episode of, let's say, TNG, right? The first thing you hear is, JLP saying, Captain's log, Stardate, 90210. We're circling the Andromeda system where virus, blah, blah, blah. And that's the thing is, why say the Stardate in your log entry? Is it just habit? I'm thinking it's just habit. Do you got an answer for that?
Does it have anything to do with time? It's, if you use warp, it's supposedly faster than the speed of light. And
Karen says it's for the audience.
Our benefit, and that's probably true, but I don't know how to decipher it. But it's just...
Well, no, not this. I mean, yeah, we can't decipher the Stardate itself, but the fact that they say it, knowing that the computer is also going to tag the log entry with the Stardate. And hey, John B., Happy New Year, buddy.
Yeah. Welcome back. We haven't seen you in a while.
We did give you a shout out on New Year's night as one of our day oneers. That's what the kids say, by the way.
I have to have John B. in the chair. He's close by.
Hey, you're not too far, John B. You should come down and have some twisted tea with us. The chair is open.
I'm sure he's got a uniform.
You got John B. Do you have Trek gear? Oh, see, now Mgyx is going to join with a whole bunch of Call of Duty screens. He's probably going to get us copyrighted. I'm going to have to mute him.
No, you're not.
We're already online,
It's so
Am I late?
dark.
You're 27 minutes late.
Oh, my bad, dude. I guess I got my times mixed up.
Time warp. Them wormholes
That's
will do
all
it.
right.
Let me you like my Star Wars background there?
Yeah, you can just stay like that. Looks good. Looks futuristic. You'd missed the little conversation we had about Tuvix.
I didn't miss it. I did not miss it. I know about the Tuvix. I don't like his character.
Yes, Mgyx needs to have the star dates in the in our log entries.
No, I actually wondered why. Because with the ship computer that's recording it is already going to have a timestamp of it.
Yep.
Why do they need to say it?
Karen says it's for our benefit. Just to add a little flair to the message.
The problem is, what happens when the whoever's recording it gets it wrong?
Yes,
Throws it
exactly.
off. If they could rectify the whole Stardate combobulation by doing overlays, audio overlays, of just being like Picard's like Captain's log, and then you can interject Margelle Barrett's voiceover doing entering Captain's logs for Stardate, blah 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 blah, and everything would be in sync. But the writers didn't write that shit correctly, or the actors didn't say it correctly. They got the numbers mixed up, so it's never consistent. You could literally go back through every single Star Trek and interject that Margelle Barrett for every log entry and put things in canonical order.
Yep.
I wonder if captains of sailing ships today in the ocean, ocean liners, whatever, does the captain have to put a captain's log every day to,
Yes.
kind of like a diary? And if they do, do they put so-and-so date? Do they put so-and-so time? So I'm wondering, that's probably how they pattern
It's tradition,
it after.
right?
Yeah.
It's tradition that
down
in
to the
today's
yacht
world.
captains, when you charter a yacht,
Yeah.
and I found this by being in the hospital and being stuck watching Below Decks and a bunch of other shows, they have to log everything that happens. And they have to put a time and date down on there. And I think it is tradition, but it's also redundancy.
Yes.
So,
you're right.
like if some shit happens, you know, he could be like, "Yo, I spotted the iceberg," or the helmsman or whoever's the Overwatch is like, 1700 hours spotted iceberg off of this port at this degree. Notify captain, and the captain's like, "Yeah, whatever." And then they hit that motherfucker and go down, and they're like, "Well, captain's like, I didn't hear anything about a log. I didn't hear anything about an iceberg. I don't know. It just came out of nowhere." And then you pull the Overwatch log, like, well, your Overwatch told you at 1700, and looks like you acknowledged it and you blew it off. And then the comms person on the bridge acknowledged receiving that and passing the information to you. And again, you acknowledged it and kind of blew it off. And then at 1800 hours, your ass is sitting at the bottom of the ocean. This is all your fault.
Your fault. Yeah.
All your fault.
So I do think there's a little bit of tradition, right? It's traditional to say it. And also what you can do is you can go back and listen to the captain's reference of the star date. If the captain's star date doesn't match the computer log timestamp, then you got to figure out why. Yeah. Like, were they in some kind of a time anomaly? Did they hit like a wormhole or something?
You was with her. You was with that other bitch. I knew you was with that other bitch.
That's right. IB says, remember in the Next Gen episode, Yesterday's Enterprise, they used military log combat date. That's deep. That's deep lore.
Yeah.
Lore.
That's a deep cut.
What are you eating? This is what happens when he gets his times wrong. He comes on, turns on his camera, and he's eating. What is it? Jollibee?
It is the reason why I got my times wrong, because I would have been in here. I had everything booted up, and I was gonna do some OBS testing with Call of Duty, and then I was like, you know what? Kind of like you as parents do with kids. You're like, it seems a little too quiet out there. Something's going on. And I go over in the living room, and she is slumped over on the couch, halfway over the arm of the couch, and then halfway off the couch. Like, pick someone coming home drunk from New Year's Eve and didn't make it all the way on the couch. This is her from a normal sitting position. This is how she's ended up. And that means I know she didn't eat anything for breakfast. And of course, I look over and her turkey bacon is on the oven, completely thawed out, never been cooked or anything. So I'm like, are you going to eat something? She was like, yeah, I'm going to make a sandwich. I was like, you got to have more than that. You need a real meal. So literally, I just massively did an Iron Chef or Hell's Kitchen herbal garlic chicken breast, pan fried, and made some gravy through some
On
biscuits.
Today's episode, we've got 4 baskets. In basket number 1,
You're a good son.
cow testicle.
I literally put some biscuits in my new wave, and I forgot we're not at Phoenix temperature, so the bottoms look like this.
Oh,
But the insides look like this. So,
oh my God, that's a party foul. You burnt biscuits?
they're canned
That's
biscuits.
not just burnt, dude.
Oh, no. That's
were you
just the bottom. See, this is.
I know, but were you taking like a
cremation?
bath or something? And you forgot they were in the oven?
No. These are not oven cooked. These are air fryer cooked. Wow. I have a new wave grill, so I could cook them. I don't have to heat up the whole house and do all that. I could literally just pop.
How many minutes did you have them in for?
12.
Wow.
But the problem
12
is this:
minutes?
the grill. I didn't set the grill to 40%. By default, it's at 50%. And when I do things like bake on the bottom, I have to lower the temperature. I got to change the variance. So it goes more on top. And I didn't do that. But
you failed as a son.
No,
you know what? My uncle says I'm a shitty son.
I actually like burnt biscuits, though.
Bull, what
I
your
like,
uncle says.
I like well done biscuits.
I do too. And that's the other thing is I have to adjust my cooking so it suits her needs. not what I would cook it at. Like I like dry rice. Like if you're eating like a fried rice or just regular white rice, she likes moist, almost wet rice. Almost like almost as if it was like a gumbo. And I'm like, I don't know how to make rice. I don't know how to undercook rice. I cook Chinese rice. I cook Asian rice. I learned from Asian folks. That's how I make rice. I was like, it's very hard to undercook something like that.
All right, so we were talking about.
My apologies, my bad.
All right, so he was burning biscuits. We forgive you. So on the timestamp, the captain's saying the timestamp, and they don't do it on supplementals, right? Captain's log supplemental.
No,
we're getting attacked by the Gorn.
Why don't they? They always say, computer, captain's log supplemental. Supplemental from what? What if you didn't start a captain log that day?
Exactly. That's always been a confusing thing is on the supplemental. Like, okay, I don't remember what the non-supplemental was. Like, what are you supplementing to?
I'm hoping those computers can figure that out.
I never hear a I never hear a first officer log.
They do it though.
I never hear a chief engineering log. I never hear.
They do it. Boimler does it.
I've heard Tuvok do a security log one. I don't think I've ever heard Worf or Tasha do one.
Now, IB says, I think, IB, are you explaining the star dates themselves or the reason why they actually say the star date in the log when the log system should be timestamping it with the star date? Right? Because when you saw, like in the episode where Worf, right? The episode where Worf keeps hopping through universes.
I'm going to turn that into a movie, I swear, one day.
Every time he jumps, he goes back to the logs and says, pull up the log entries from this time duration. And it says it's always different, right? Because he's in a different universe. And his log entry is different. Like there was one universe where he didn't even go to the competition. So I guess at the end of the day, I think we've decided that they do the log entries because it's tradition. And in case that the computer is out of sync, the captain says, I think it's Stardate, the captain doesn't say they think. The captain says, captain's log, Stardate 90210. And then they say something. But if the computer says, no, it's not 90210, it's 90442, then they can go back and say, well, why did the captain think it was 90210? And then they can do like some kind of analysis. Why do they think that the star dates are different?
You know, here on Earth, we have Central Time, Pacific, Eastern, and that's just for the time on Earth. Now, we're talking about outer space. What time is it in the Alpha Quadrant? What time is it in the Delta Quadrant, et cetera, et cetera?
Subspace time.
So I think that's what IB was saying, because we mentioned that before. And DS9, they're like, yeah, the average day is 26 hours or whatever. And I was like, so how do you know what time it is there? Because our human clock is based on a 24-hour period or 12-hour period. And I think what he's saying is, yeah, they use the star dates to synchronize across the entire quadrant.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Probably in some manner that would synchronize. I think it's one of those. It's like zeroing out at the end of the night. If you ever worked a red shirt and had to run a Z, as Tom used to call it, run the Z.
I didn't call it that. That's what it was.
Well,
what is
you got? So I think what it is after a certain amount of time period is done, like the Central Federation computer synchronizes all the logs that it's got from all the ships and its trajectories and says, okay, this guy has this timestamp and this is at this timestamp and this is this timestamp. Let's synchronize them all together so that we can put this history in canonical order. Because you are right. It's based on the speed that you're going. Because if you're traveling faster than light, you're traveling faster than time because you can time travel. You're not staying in the same space. So whatever that localized area is basing their time and dates off versus rotation of the suns. And you have to also consider orbital speed of the planet or rotational speed.
Right.
So there's all sorts of things. And I think what the STARDATE does is it negates all of that concept and is a whole new time system.
Let me ask you a question. By the way, Google Gemini says that that's one of my character traits. As I say, let me ask a question a lot. Because I had to do an analysis on my personality.
What, based on the video?
Based on transcripts of our videos, yeah.
Oh, dude, I would love to see what my analysis is.
No, you can just go into Google Gemini and put in episode links and tell them you are Crewman Mgyx and create a persona. Just tell it to create it. You can all do that. You can say create a persona for Crewman PVG, Crewman. I've had it create my persona. I even had it create a Crewman Patty persona.
So Crewman John B would never think, wow.
Well, no, it's got to be. There's got to be dialogue that we can, it can analyze.
Where do you? All right, so
I'd
I'm
be
at Google
scared.
Gemini. It just says Happy New Year. Ask Gemini 3.
Yeah, you're at Google Gemini.
Yeah,
Because I switched over to Google Gemini for all of our trivia and stuff. And I've been using Google Gemini to help with episode scripts and stuff. Okay, here's the thing. Captain Archer.
Okay.
When he does a log entry, he says Captain Starlog.
He's OG.
I like OG. But is Starlog necessary? It seems a little over the top.
Do you guys remember the magazine Starlog?
Yeah.
That was like
Back in the day.
I could
Do you
not
remember
wait until the
Starlight?
next issue. No.
Starlight
right?
from The Boys?
No, Starlight. So
Starlight.
bright. First thing I see tonight.
The nursery rhyme?
Starlight. So bright.
But I'm curious,
Yeah.
I think Archer
It's a
was just
song,
using
man. Come
normal.
on.
No, I think Archer was just using normal dates and times, right? Like
Yes.
the way we use it today. And then at some point, I guess when Kirk went
Yeah,
in,
they have to
Now
change it.
the star dates that Kirk was using, I believe they have already they've already said it's kind of inconsistent because of the way the episodes were filmed and they filmed them out of
know what
order
it
or
was
something.
based off. They just made it up.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is inconsistent based on how it was filmed. But on top of that, it's inconsistent because they didn't have any real world science to base it off of. They just thought it was random numbers and it had to be bigger than the last one that was used.
John B made a comment about Bajor having 26-hour days. And it got me thinking, do they ever talk about the sun for Bajor? What is this nearest star to Bajor? What is their sun? I don't ever hear that talked about.
What about Vulcan and how long is a Klingon stay?
Well, here's the thing about what I was thinking about Bajor. There was this episode. There were a few episodes with Ensign Rowe and the Maquis, and they were talking about Bajor, but they always called it Bajora. They always added this A to the end of it as they're referencing the people of Bajor, they called them Bajora. Or things that are of Bajor are Bajora.
Bajori. Instead of calling it it's like us calling somebody an Arizonian or a Californian.
Yeah.
They would call it Bajora.
John B says it's the Bajoran sun. Okay. Oh, by the way, I'm very close to season 7 of DS9. And the reason I know that is because I was watching DS9 the other night, deep into season 6, and I fell asleep and I woke up in season 7. So I had to stop it immediately and go back. And the episode I just watched of DS9 was called Valiant, which is the Red Squad episode of DS9, which I liked. So the episode of DS9 called Valiant is Nog and Jake are traveling to Ferenginar for some reason. I don't remember why they were going, but they get attacked by the Jem'Hadar.
Jem'Hadar.
And out of the blue, they get saved. They think it's the Defiant, but Nog's like, wait, that doesn't have the Defiant's registry number. And he says, that's the USS Valiant. And so the Valiant, destroys the Jem'Hadar ship, transports Jake and Nog aboard, and it's a whole bunch of cadets. It's all cadets on this ship. It's Red Squad. And so Nog is hyped up. He's like, I like these guys. These guys are crazy. And they bring Nog on as their chief engineer. So Captain, I think his name is Wessel. He's a cadet kid who's promoted to field captain.
Because his original captain died.
Yes. What was his name? Captain Ramirez, who died?
I don't remember. All
so
the captains died.
Captain Ramirez.
It's like Red Dawn meets Taps.
Mm-hmm.
All the adults are dead. Or captured.
But I did like the episode because it had a lot of adventure and excitement in it. But I don't think it was realistic that these cadets, even though they're Red Squad and Red Squad's got massive egos, think they can do anything. This new Jem'Hadar battleship was massive. It would be like a TIE fighter trying to fight a Star Destroyer. Like the Valiant was so small up against this new Jem'Hadar battleship. It was a suicide mission. And, this Red Squad Captain Wessel thought they could do it.
That's what it takes.
Plymouth Valiant. Chief Scott with the knowledge.
They also made the Belvedere.
I saw a Valiant parked at a Superior Storage.
Oh. Where have I heard that before?
I don't know. On TV. So anyway, what happens is the Red Squad captain says, you know what? We can take out this new Jem'Hadar warship. And they get beat down. It's not even close.
No. Let's give that episode justice. They are saying, we have a plan. We've done enough research. We're smart enough to fight with the big kids and eat at the big kid table. We're going to take down this Jem'Hadar. Now, Jake is like, yo, Nog, that shit ain't going to work. The grown folks can't do it.
That's
and
true.
You think you little young whippersnappers think you could do it because you made it this far on sheer luck. Okay. Jake gets thrown in the brig by the captain who's like, no, I have to finish.
We can't have your negativity.
Yeah, I can't have your negativity on the bridge or you're sowing the seeds of doubt. We have to stand up. Like, this is one of those kids that, like, if you're in the military, if you grew up and you're like, oh, that's the order and we have to follow that order to the T. We have to do nothing more. Versus me like, yeah, that order doesn't make sense anymore. Because the last guy that did it, he did. The guy that took over for him that was adult, he did too. Maybe we should just go back. Nope. We got to try it one more time. So they go after this ship. And they're like, all right, focus your phaser fire here, or photon torpedoes here. Jake's getting bounced around in the brig. and they hit the spots, and there's a huge explosion, which again is why I asked
It's fireworks.
why
fake.
you would see an explosion that big in space, because wouldn't the oxygen get sucked out like super fast? But there's this huge fireball, and they're like, yeah, we did it, and they're coming out like the end of a car there, and they're all hyped up, and the chick's like, oh, yeah, the ship is still there. And the
No
ship,
damage.
who was kind of like, yo, stop fucking with us. You keep fucking with us, you're about to find out. So they hit that one spot, huge fireball, and they said, oh, okay, now you done did it. And they come back and start to spank the shit out of the Valiant, or Reliant, whatever it is.
Valiant.
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 I don't know what else. Anyway, they get spanked around, and even still to the fighting, the rest of her crew is dying around her. It's like, no, we can take us around for another pass. And we're like, you just hit the one critical system that you are aware of dead on. You literally hit the missiles and the exhaust port of the Death Star, and it didn't do shit.
See, that's why the Dominion,
another run.
The Dominion were smarter than the Empire, because they gave a fake weak spot. See, the Empire were dumb and said, oh, well, the real weak spot is in the plans. But the Dominion was like, yeah, here's our weak spot right here. And they even gave them a big fake explosion to go with it.
Right. So I'm like, So yeah, then that's when they're like, oh, and Nog's like, no, that's when Nog finally got being what in Starfleet was, I think. That was his moment of, it's not all Big Dick Willie and I'm Starfleet, Mr. Badass. It's sacrifices have to be made, and you got to learn when to turn tail and run, make a tactical retreat. And he's the one that, and he was all on Red Squad's nuts. Like from seasons back, he was
coddling them.
He said nuts.
Oh yeah, he was all about Red Squad, like a couple of seasons beforehand, and so he really he was like, I can get in. This is how it is, and they promote him. They gave him position, and he's the one that's like, yeah, everyone's dead except for us. We need to leave. And she finally did, and I'm pretty sure they left in two separate escape pods, like Jake and Nog in one, and her in the other one, and hers blew up, got shot down.
No. She's in the end. They have her in DS9. She's in sick bay. Yeah.
Okay.
She's in sick bay, but a lot of so I think they launched like 10 escape pods. All of them blew up except one. So I think they were all in, I think Jake, Nog, and I think her name was Dorian or something like that. Doris or something with a D.
Dora.
So they were all in one pod, and they actually made it back. The Defiant went and got them. But they do show her in sickbay. And she was still defending that captain. She was like, he was a hero. And Nog walked up to her and held her hand and said, he may have been a hero, but he was a bad captain.
Yes.
That shit was
funny. That was so Ferengi. I'm like, dude, there you go.
John P. designed Ensign Dumbass.
Yeah. I think Jake, see, the problem with Jake is he gets too emotional and he doesn't handle things well. Like, there would have probably been a better way to convince everybody that this is suicide.
He needs a mature.
But he gets too emotional and tells them, you're stupid, don't do this. It's like, you can't go at them so hard. You got to be subtle and make them think they're smart. You got to make them think it's their idea to change plans. But see, Jake can't do that. He's got to go at them, and obviously it's the writing of the Jake character. But yeah, I mean, all in all, I thought that was an entertaining episode. Now let's go back. Now that Mgyx is with us, let's just touch back on Mgyx real quick, because we gave our opinions.
What is your question? What is your main question? I already know it's going to be one of two things.
Well, we know how Janeway handled the Mgyx situation. Are
Yeah.
you doing the same thing?
Yes.
So you're
One of
saying,
the
you know
few
what?
times. There's one of the few times I'm unless I can think on it more, if there's a way to replicate,
Like
to
a Tom
have-
Riker situation, as IB suggested. Was it IB or
to
John B?
recreate them, to separate them, and also create a 2x. But then at that point in time, you're opening up a ranks of, oh my god, I can't believe what this thing just created. You're opening up the language at that point of just mass creating your own people.
Yeah.
Who's to say you could be like, oh, well, you know what? Since that worked for Tuvix, oh, thanks for coming back. We're going to go ahead and take a Riker Picard Worf and we're going to blend them together.
Well, you
And we're
could
gonna
take
use that
that.
guy.
You could take that flower, because that flower, I think, was the catalyst to merge them together.
What Mgyx just said, man, you can, wow.
Right. You could
The
start combining
possibilities.
people and creating new characters.
But then you're biting into Sequest, intellectual property at that point of making people.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
let's say if you did that with Crewman Tommy, Crewman Mgyx, and Crewman PVG, you come out with Superman.
I'm good. I'm keeping. Never mind.
Okay, Batman.
Oh, you weren't here, but they were saying that there's a Lower Decks episode called Two Vix.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I Googled right before I realized I needed to go make her something to eat. I Googled, I was asking Big Ears. I was like, hey, what episode is Tuvix included? And they're like, oh, there's not an episode called Tuvix. It is the first episode of Lower Decks that references the Star Trek Voyager episode. And then she was like, would you like to explore further on the Star Trek Voyager episode? I was like, yes. I was like, you're actually working like in a legit working
Right.
way. Thank you. And then it told me it was what season and everything it was in.
IB's talking about the blonde girl that survived with them, Luna Schooner. Because I think it was somebody, they were having kind of a flirty conversation. You thought, you know what, maybe they're trying to be someone's boo. Like the blonde girl. Does she ever come back again? Is she ever in another episode? I don't know. I'm where I'm at. I don't know if she comes back.
All right, I'm gonna share something with you guys that Jim and I just created. And Tom, you let me know if yours looked remotely like this. Because it's kind of cool, and I think it's something we could possibly use on the site or on our show. This is what it came back as.
It's a small.
When I said I'm a Crewman Mgyx creative persona, this is
Oh,
what
wow.
it came back of.
It
And I
came back
gave
with
it
an
the
LCARS
URL.
response.
Yeah, and it gave like the URL. I don't know what these things do. Oh, I guess they work. Holy shit, this is a straight up website.
It's. Can you make it bigger?
All right. But our viewers can't see it.
Oh.
So let's
okay.
do this.
Okay. Wow, that's interesting though. What you said.
Looks cool, though.
It's
Yeah.
fascinating.
So I was just trying to do what you were saying, man.
Fascinating.
Wow. Mine didn't do anything that cool.
Fascinating.
My
throat
didn't.
is having a problem here.
I can't find where you went to. Like, so when I went to Jim and this is what I get. So where did you type in your prompt at? Or where
Yeah,
did
right
you-
there.
So what did you tell it? Like, what was your prompts?
I just said, I gave it a link to one of our episodes and I said, listen to this episode and create a persona for Crewman Tommy.
I'm going to do that for the New Year's episode.
Yeah, and it found me.
Okay. So
Oh, you don't want to do that for the New Year's episode, though.
No, I'm doing it for another one. This is for one of our old ones. Listen to this episode.
Not New Year's?
All right,
And
let me bring
create-
up another episode while he does that. There was an episode I watched of Voyager, because I did watch probably an even amount of Voyager and DS9 in the past couple days. But there's an episode of Voyager where Chakotay and Janeway catch some virus and they have to be quarantined on a planet alone.
Oh, yeah.
And then they basically are told, we have no cure for this virus because as soon as you leave the planet, it starts getting worse. So something in the planet's atmosphere is keeping the virus from consuming your body. Ooh, you guys might need to talk more. My throat's about to run out of juice.
All right, so did you see what I typed in there?
Yeah, but our viewers can't see it, so I don't really want to waste any time on it. But it is. Oh, okay. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, it's just a show thinking.
Yeah, that's just showing an advanced, like the advanced in depth. So did you tell it to create a persona for Crewman Mgyx?
Yeah, I said, listen to this episode and then posted the URL and create a persona for Crewman Mgyx. That's what this is what it came back as.
Yeah.
And
now what you have to do is tell it something like create a short script for Crewman in the Crewman Mgyx persona talking about the Prime Directive or something, right? And then it'll say it as you would say it.
audio video comes by calling you to and get.
IB, do you know if she ever comes back? That Luna Schooner, like is that her last appearance in DS9, or is? Because I was curious if she was going to be in more episodes. Even though she was I think she was still a cadet, so I don't know if they would have kept her around. They probably would have sent her back to Starfleet Academy. Speaking of Starfleet Academy, you know what? Let's get into the deck. Oh, no. Because Starfleet Academy is right around the corner.
What was the New Year's Eve episode? Episode 30?
47.
47.
This is episode 48. Oh, yeah, that girl has PTSD for sure. Unless she's just too young to understand the magnitude of what happened. Episode 48, by the way. Today is Stardate January 4th, 2026. There's a new podcast that's going to try to compete with us. No,
Holy shit.
So Johnny Frakes and Brent Spiner. And there's a little preview out. If you search for it, you'll find the Brent Spiner and Jonathan Frakes podcast. And according to Brent Spiner, he actually says it's not a Star Trek podcast. It's just a podcast of people telling stories about things that happen on sets of movies and in their lives.
I like these guys.
But Jonathan Frakes is a pretty funny dude. Brent Spiner seems like a funny dude.
I think they're copying the idea based on
Trip and Malcolm.
Trip and Malcolm, and there's another one as well. Oh,
but I think Brent and Jonathan Frakes are going to be so much better.
I agree.
And Lex.
How can you compete with Jonathan Frakes, though? I mean,
because you could be Lex Luthor and Superman.
I mean, but that's not Star Trek world.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
I agree.
Brent and Jonathan are doing the same thing that Clark and because I can't remember the actor.
And Lex.
Yeah, Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Welling.
They have the common thread of Star Trek and movies, but they talk about everything from Smallville to Battlestar Galactica and in that realm. And I think that's what Brent and Jonathan are going to do is they're going to focus more on their Star Trek, but also talk about other things that they've done because they both produced other features.
Yep.
Brent and Johnny, they have a passion for their art, and so does Clark Kent and Lex Luthor. You know, I think they also have a. And they had what's his name? Wellen. from Star Trek. I'm sorry, Superman, Smallville.
Oh, Tom Welling.
Tom Welling and Rosenbaum, Michael. They had an interview with Allison Mack, and
Well, she had a lot of controversy. I mean, she was like arrested by the FBI for being part of some weird cult.
Yeah. So, but I think all four of them have a lot of passion.
But they've been doing it a long time. And Jonathan Frakes, I think Brent Spiner and Jonathan Frakes were both recently on Michael Rosenbaum's podcast. So they probably got inspired to say, you know what, we should just do a podcast.
And you know what? What's really...
a lot of them mentioned doing that when Will Wheaton was doing it.
Well, he's been doing the Ready Room for years.
Yeah. Wheaton did the Ready Room. He did the game table with the dude from G4 TV, and everybody thought that was a joke on G4, and then that became a big thing, and then he did the Ready Room.
Oh, damn, IB. I wish she came back.
And then I had to stop this gentleman, I think. And then when they did the anniversary and they started doing the new Star Treks, then Paramount picked them up and were like, all right, we'll give you your own little 30-minute show between episodes to do a recap, kind of like the Walking Dead. They saw how big the Walking Dead was. Like, you have the Walking Dead, and then right after it, you have the
Talking Dead.
The Talking
podcast.
Dead. And so they're like, yeah, we'll go for it. And it became a huge thing. And then now you got Brent and Jonathan, who are kind of late to the table, but probably have a lot more in-depth stories on things.
I think Brent and Johnny were inspired by our podcast.
Yeah, and Johnny Frakes, well, he's got a bad mouth. He's got potty mouth.
Yeah.
He's got
Mgyx.
He's got Mgyx potty mouth.
Yo, me and Johnny, we could throw back some drinks at a bar and kick it. I don't think it's a potty mouth. I think it is a. So one of the things that you'll hear about one of the interviews that Jonathan gives, and I think it was on the Malcolm and Trip podcast. He was talking about when they did the crossover with Lower Decks and Strange New Worlds, and they were like, "Yeah, I let the kids, go at it, and it was just brilliant." And I turned to them and I was like, "Hey, what do you guys think?" And they were like, "Well, what do you think?" He was like, "It was fucking brilliant." But compares to other episodes of Star Trek that he did, like on TNG, Discovery, or not Discovery, Voyager, DS9, you couldn't do that. You had to, what Malcolm said was, you had to be dead letter perfect.
Yeah.
You also had to have that persona offset as well. So it's kind of like the whole, they took the whole, when you're working with us, when you're under contract with us, you're under our terms of service, onset and offset. We don't want you cussing. You gotta portray yourself in this manner. You can't be you. And now that he's not under that old contract, he's saying fuck and shit and oh my god, damn. He's talking like a normal human being instead of a press conference version of himself that's going on live TV where you can't do that. I think that's what's happening now with a lot of the actors is they're realizing, holy shit, we don't have to be press conference personalities anymore. We can talk how we want to talk.
I'm going to send an invite to Brent, Johnny, and the other two to have a podcast together.
Hey man, if you haven't had a drink with Johnny, don't call him Johnny, dude. He likes Jonathan or John.
No, John's cool. He's cool.
Unless he's had drinks with you, don't call him Johnny. You're not at that level.
It'd be good.
Oh, all right.
It would be fun. It's not so who they are or what they are or who they. It would be fun.
The question is this: would you be ready for it? I want to dive into that for a second.
Hell yeah!
You know the adage of "be careful what you wish for." Are you ready?
PVG would not be ready for it.
I'd be ready.
We would have to be ready for it, but PVG would not.
You and I
would
could be
invite
ready
Bill.
for this. PVG
Let's get Bill in here too.
Dumbstruck. And he's like, "Do you guys know John Schneider? I know John Schneider.
I know John.
I know John Schneider. I got kids.
Just a good old boy.
It's in my garage.
All right. Let's go to Starfleet Academy because Starfleet Academy is right around the corner.
Did you get my Mgyx? Did you get my?
Oh, he's going to do an unboxing. Hold on.
I forgot.
Are you going to do the unboxing right now?
I'm doing the unveiling of the. I had to already open the box because it was
All right.
one thing.
We're switching to non-PowerPoint view. So let's see what you're.
These motherfuckers
so
heavy.
Magic's got a package in the mail from PVG. So let's see what's up.
Let me tell you why I've sent Mgyx this stuff. I've been.
These are
I know they're pinned or not magnetic.
pens. They're pens. That's fine. I'm cool with that.
They're not magnetic?
No.
I have a magnetic one. That's the gold. I actually almost ordered this, but I will tell you this: when I do get my motorcycle, when I do get another motorcycle, and I start riding again, I will definitely put this on my vest
Because they're going to hold. They're not going to fall off.
They won't. Yeah, they'll hold. I don't know is there anything in these?
Oh, you got to open it. Yes,
Well,
there is.
There's a yes. So I didn't
That's
know if
a-
it was just
it's a
filled in there for
fleshlight.
packing or not.
A flashlight. No, the reason why I sent you this is
And
because
there's this one. Ooh, I dig this one. I was looking for this one in the form of a magnet, but they don't make it.
I don't know. It's just
What is that one? A magnet or
So
pin?
this is a Section 31 pin.
31.
Okay.
Tommy, I don't think Tommy has that.
I don't have a Section 31.
That one's dope. And then
But I'm not clandestine.
I got my 3D printed coaster set
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
with
I'm so glad you got that in one piece,
I don't know. I'm really, now that I'm hearing it, and we got the little coasters that go with it. So voila. I don't want to show it too much for fear
Oh, that
of
looks
getting,
nice.
for fear of
Oh,
getting
look at that.
banned and copyrighted. Another copyright strike for something.
That's all right.
I've
As long
done.
as it's under 10 seconds, we're good.
Not according to CBS. I got some pips, I think.
Yeah.
Some pips and some
Oh, look
rings.
at that.
Yeah.
You're all pipped up now.
Pips
Those
and
go
rings.
those go on the elephant nose thongs.
I threw that away a very long time ago. All right, got some other pens. You actually are sending the pens that I have in magnetic form,
Nice.
except for
Awesome.
this one. This one I don't have in magnetic form.
You can wear them on your jacket.
Yeah.
So I have those, and then there's another thing over here as well. I have to keep your packaging because I realize that I need this kind of stuff for when I
Bubble wrap.
send out
I know
shipments.
it's so hard to find.
Bubble wrap.
When I send out shipments for Camp 8, I refuse to go to the UPS store and pay like $20 for a thing of bubble wrap.
Hey, let's play a quick game.
Did you get did you get the shot glass?
I'm assuming that's what's wrapped up in this bad boy here. And the last time I was in Vegas, I was gonna get one of these near someplace at a Star Trek function, but I wasn't able to get there because we were doing club
I know
stuff.
that's your favorite bar.
Oh my god, dude! Seriously,
What do you got?
I'm gonna need a phaser to open this.
Sorry, I didn't want you to get checked up.
No, that's fine.
I'm going to play a sound, and I want you to tell me what it is.
Well,
Cough drop time. I don't think these Ludens are real cough drops. I think they're just candy.
You want a Ricola?
I should have.
yeah.
You want a Ricola?
Ricola.
Ricola,
You got
they're the
vape?
Okay.
Holy shit, this thing is tight.
Are
Like,
you
I can
are you
tell it's a
done
shot
unwrapping?
glass. Almost, dude.
Oh, I just put a Ludens in my mouth.
You need to preface that with a no Diddy.
Ludens.
All
All right, what do you got? Are you showing
got it.
something in the camera?
Yep, in just a second I am.
I'm glad you got this. I'm always giving Crewman Tommy stuff, you know,
Bam.
and yeah.
Quartz bar.
You got to cover your eyeballs because it's trying to focus on your
Oh,
eyeballs.
that's cool.
There you go. Just kidding.
I don't think that had anything to do with it, but sure. I'll take Tom's word for it.
That only happens on Sony. All right. I'm going to play a sound, and I want you to tell me what the sound is.
Was it not the sound of the queef you just played?
But I'm going to give you a hint. It's going to be the opening theme of a Star Trek episode. All right. So here we go. Ready? And I can only play up to like 7 seconds so we don't get copyrighted. All right. Listen close.
Ah,
Oh, it's Enterprise.
first time we got copyright.
All right. That was just a practice. Okay.
Now, are
Ready
you
for
gonna
the
play
next
the
one?
original one, or now do you have both versions of that song?
I don't have
Actually,
any
there's
version.
3.
That's just right off I just recorded that right off a DVD, a Blu-ray.
Or the Maddie.
Does your episode 1 opening theme song, is it the same as the theme songs in season like 5
No, because there is no season 5.
or season 4, whatever?
No, because those are the remix up-tempo versions.
So
All right.
so your DVD collection only has the upgraded version, not the
No,
original.
it has both. It just plays the real, whatever version played on the episode. Okay, we're going to do the next one. All right, chat, get ready. Here we go. Take a guess when you know what this is.
Space. The final.
TOS.
No, it's not TOS. My Strange New Worlds.
Want to hear it again?
Yeah, hold on. Let me make sure my earbuds in. I got some volume turned up on this.
All right, I can max it out a little bit.
Hit me
too.
with the horns.
Hold on. Let me go into. Oh, now PVG can see all the answers. Hold on.
Louder. I can't read though.
Space. The final frontier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Strange New Worlds. It's
Yeah.
Spike.
I'm gonna stay
I
there.
can't tell before.
All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, that was Strange New Worlds.
John B. got Strange New Worlds.
Yeah, John B got it right. Here we go with the next one.
Discovery.
Kelvin.
Oh, yeah, you guys are on it.
Oh.
You and John B answered it pretty much at the same time. Discovery was right. Okay. Prepare for the next one. The next one's going to be tough. So here we go. I'm covering the button so PVG can't see it. Prepare.
Picard.
Kelvin. Oh, yeah, that's Picard, definitely.
I really like these new themes.
It was really nice.
All right.
Not
Now
too
the last
harsh.
one. Okay, the last one. It's old school, so let's see if anybody gets it right. Listen close.
You got to play the
Discovery.
end.
Discovery.
Voyager.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Son,
You're all
Discovery.
kinds of wrong.
Oh,
you
that
was
was
all
Voyager.
talking shit about that
Yeah,
too.
and
That's
that
the
was
sad
Voyager.
part.
All right, John B and Mgyx about the same time
Son of
again.
Peach.
But that was definitely Voyager. Let's go one more time.
I'm waiting for the trick question one, which is
Yes, that
TNG.
was-
I didn't do TNG because
It was
because
so
there's two
obvious.
answers to it, and it
Yeah.
depends on the very tail end to determine which one it is. Either going to be the end of the Star Trek motion picture, or it's going to be the revised version of the TNG opening theme song,
Right.
which is a revision of the end credits of the motion picture.
If you're
Yeah.
a Trekkie, you know.
Fun little game. I can't do that too often. I mean, I guess it's done now because of copyright. I can only play a few seconds. There's Paramount
You
Plus
didn't
is
put
so
in the
sensitive.
Kelvin movies, man. I really dig the new time or the new second generation theme songs a lot more.
Okay.
Voyager is
great
really
job.
the only one that actually no, DS9 I can get down.
DS9,
to.
I think, to me, I think DS9 is my favorite opening theme.
DS9, DS9 and Voyager. So I guess it's really just TNG. I just really don't like the TNG.
Yeah.
But
Alright, so
yeah, the DS9 one kind of grew on me. The Voyager one definitely grew on me. I think I was pulling a Patty at one point when I was going through my first rewatch of that. Like I had watched it live on air, but like Tom was like, I don't remember most of the stuff. But then when I was rewatching it, I was like humming the theme. Like while it was playing, like when I was letting it just play the next episode, I was always humming the theme.
Yeah,
So-
because when I was watching Enterprise, I got to the point where Patty didn't even want me hitting skip intro. She's
Yeah.
like, I want to hear the theme song. Every time you go on to the next episode, I want to hear the Enterprise theme.
That was literally like I could time it. I was like, all right, I can go outside, have a cigarette or half a cigarette, use
You
the
don't
bathroom.
smoke.
That was
make
like a piss
drink.
break. All right, let's get into Academy, Starfleet Academy. I mean, we're what, like 10 days away?
I'm not talking about it. Because if I talk about it, it won't happen. I want to be pleasantly surprised. Like, oh shit, Star Trek.
But
comes
there's
out
this
today.
article where Star Trek Legend offered Klingon School to 2026 cast. And I read this whole article, and it turned out they had one FaceTime call before like filming an episode. This article makes it look like Worf took this Kareem guy under his wing and said, all right, I'm going to teach you the ways of the Qapla'. No, they had a FaceTime and he said, you're going to do fine, blah, blah, blah. Just so exaggerated of what they're trying to say here. So blame me for partaking in this whole story. But anyway, there's
You
been a
guys
lot of social media posts coming up on like Instagram and TikTok of this Academy crew. So we'll see. You know what? As it gets closer and closer, I really want this to be a good show. And I know you got a lot of critics out there saying it's going to be too woke. You know, this Klingon's wearing a kilt and
It's giving a whole lot of woke vibes. Like, so you can't feel bad. I can't feel bad about something that's giving off this many woke vibes already.
Let's just see what happens.
let's try to think positive thoughts.
Positive.
I am trying to think positive, but I'm also being realistic. As an actor, you saw how the wokeness hindered or affected other.
What if we lower
previous
our
versions.
standards?
So what?
What if we lower our standards?
I don't know.
Like,
I guess
think
I
about
could start
this.
watching Stargate from the
No, think about
again.
this. We're having a McAllister night out, and we bring PVG, and we're down at Maloney's.
What's McAllister and Maloney's?
McAllister is our code name, the McAllister brothers. We go out and drink together and pick up chicks.
I'm in.
All right. So we're at Maloney's. It's a bar right off the ASU campus, Arizona State, one of the top 10 party schools. So we're sitting there drinking. And as the night goes on, standards start to decrease. Right at 9:45 p.m. when we arrive, standards are high. Right? It's like standards are high. But then, 11 p.m. and a few drinks, everybody starts looking better. Right? And then at midnight, a few more drinks.
Yeah.
The number scales are starting to skew. Everybody's
because the good
9.
ones have been taken, or
They're gone.
They're
Right.
gone. So you're like, all right, you got to look at, okay, there's 3 people over there.
1:45 a.m.
You're like, all right,
Everybody's
so
an
hanging out
11.
just because she's wing woman for somebody else. So you're like, shit. How am I going to communicate? Which one of these dudes? Which one of my guys is going for the top tier of that trifecta?
All criteria out the door.
Yeah.
All criteria at the door, because by 1:45, now you're seeing you see the end of the runway. You're like, damn, this plane has got to lift up in 15
Your
minutes.
only hope at this point is and I learned this later on. Your only hope at this point is if someone was sober enough to drive you to the VFW, who still had an ID that could get in at the VFW.
We're gonna crash.
You're hoping that you get fouled and you get a couple free throws.
Right,
You're
exactly.
You're like, I need a free throw. I need someone foul me.
Oh my gosh.
So
Been there.
I remember someone distinctly saying, "I'm giving you a free throw. Just take it and shut the fuck up."
yes, no one's good. At 1:45, none of your friends are judging. None of the homies are judging you. Because at that point, we're all cheering you on no matter what.
And the guy that is able to pull one, if they have a wingman, he's looking to one of his other McAllister brothers saying, hey, I'm giving you a free throw. You got nothing right now, but I'm giving you a free throw.
You scoring 0.
I'm giving you a free throw so you could at least get in the game, get on the board while I score and win. Help me, help you. That's what it came down to at the end.
We all will contribute. If we're at a 0, but one of the brothers have a chance to score a point, then it's just basically we're going to sacrifice ourselves so that the brother can score.
You're taking that charge on the chin.
Yeah.
Just so that
we've
your boy can get up with the layup.
We've all left with that less than 10.
Yeah, bite the bullet. And
I ain't even going to say how low we've gone, but
just as long as both parties had a great time.
I've gone pretty low. I've gone pretty low. I ain't even going to lie.
I can tell you stories.
Look, I'm just going to say there is a stain on the bottom of the Grandma Bill passenger side. That will never come out. Whoever has that car now, that's just not coming out.
Oh,
It's just not coming out.
No details will be provided on that.
High five.
There is the statute of limitations on that's not up yet. But I appreciate what Chief Scott says, that we have game.
Yeah.
My game is no game. I do not play the game.
Boys will be boys. Gals will be gals.
But like John B says, lower standards. And that's what I'm saying here. Starfleet Academy. To me, Starfleet Academy is 1:45 a.m. Closing time is right around the corner. We've had a lot to drink. And we're really... maybe a few episodes back, I used the phrase, any port in the storm.
Look, man, at that point, so here's the problem with that. That analogy is this. If that's the case, Starfleet Academy is whatever new faux fusion breakfast, late night breakfast spot is open on campus. Or you can go back to good old IHOP or Denny's. And in desperation of that, and worse than that, you can always hit up Waffle House.
Which Denny's, though? 7th Street gay Denny's?
No, that's Lenny's. I'm talking about I'm talking about the normal Denny's.
All right.
202 and Scottsdale.
All right. ASU.
So there's that. And that's the thing. Now, do you want that new fusion that you've never had before that everybody's making a big deal out of after a night of debauchery like that? Or do you just want good old fashioned, I didn't get on the board, I took a couple of charges for a friend. You know what? I really want a grand slam and just go to bed.
That was 90% of the nights. I ain't
But
even gonna
that's
lie.
the thing, though. Star Trek, Academy is the new fusion one, the new hotness that all the new kids are going after, and we're not the new hotness. Do we want the new hotness, or do we want the good old fashioned grand slam? Let me go to sleep.
John B. He says in the chat, it's Kurtzman's closing time, and you guys know the words. It's closing time. Open all the doors and let you out into the world. Come on, guys, you know it.
The fucked up part is Kurtzman had some good series. He had Scorpion.
Yeah.
He had good moments. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even had the MacGyver reboot. That was going well.
He had Picard season 3.
I don't know why. I don't know if I can blame this on Kurtzman. Like,
Well,
unless
he's in charge. So at some point, he's got to take some blame. But there's also society, right?
yeah, you got CBS and Paramount breathing out his neck. No Diddy.
Yeah, society seemed to want this. At least on the outside of Star Trek, right? And even in Star Trek, right? There is a lot of Star Trek. Like if you look at a lot of Star Trek comments on different social media posts, there is a lot of support for what Kurtzman is doing. Like this wokeness, a lot of Star Trek fans nowadays embrace what Kurtzman has done. Like this whole diversity thing.
I get that, but it's the throw it in your face thing that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I don't know if it's a lot of people want this, or if it's a lot of the people that are content with how things were, are just not speaking up, i.e. Gen X, and they're just speaking their mind because no one else is talking. And that makes them the loudest voice out there. Because you could literally, everyone, let's say all of this is washed over, okay? Star Trek is in a good place. But then you get some fan who really thinks bananas need to be anamorphized and become Star Trek characters. Nobody else is saying shit about it, but then they become the loudest voice. And because they're the only and loudest voice out there making the most noise, squeaky wheel gets the oil. Now you got anamorphized banana people on Star Trek. That doesn't mean the world wanted that. That just means that one person wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Speaking of woke, here's a flyer for a drag bar in New York City who's going to be doing live air dates of, where they're going to be showing episodes of Starfleet Academy live, I guess, while they do drag shows.
Good luck with that one.
No shit.
No, I mean good
Starring
luck because
Jackie Cox.
Have you not? Yeah, that's from
Heather Wood.
Isn't Jackie Cox the one from Orange is the New Black?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with that.
No, I was going the route of the USCs when people were trying to do that with.
Oh,
USC
here's the
fights.
Star Trek float from the Rose Bowl parade.
It was
I
good
saw
to
that.
see.
And Sulu's in there with his umbrella.
Yeah.
George Takei.
Knew it was coming. Knew it was coming.
But I would have liked to get my hands on that Enterprise. Man, that would have been nice to snatch that.
Yeah. Put it in a front yard for.
Because that thing is
Christmas
huge.
display.
Yeah, that would have been nice. Here's an update on Dax. Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Terry Farrell. This is Jadzia. She went over, I think, to a show called Becker with Ted Danson. But down in that lower paragraph, she said, Pharrell said that working with the show's executive producer, Rick Berman, was a nightmare as he would constantly comment on her bod and make rude, misogynistic comments about her titties. Oh, breast. For both those reasons, Pharrell left Deep Space Nine. So this is a little bit of backstory, I guess, of why she left DS9.
There's a lot of comments that people that have said that Berman and they were just not good to work with.
Yeah.
Me Too movement.
I thought that was interesting because this article was published January 2nd, 2026.
Take it easy, Chief Scott.
Good night, Chief Scott.
Can I,
Get some rest, buddy.
I hope you're feeling better.
PVG will bring that pip.
No, it's all right, Dan.
All right, let's do a quick trivia. 5 questions. Ready?
1, 2, 3,
Section
4, 5.
31 used which biological agent to target the Great Link? Morphogenic virus, Thalmarite bacteria, or Metreon radiation?
Morphogenic virus.
A, what are you
I'm
going
gonna
with?
say C.
You going Metreon radiation?
Yeah.
Chat?
I hear your.
John B says A. You going to change your mind?
No, C. I hear your
Probably barking at your car.
ubu.
Morphogenic virus.
So I'm thinking.
The virus was engineered by Section 31 to destroy the changeling's ability to shapeshift, which allows a sensor array to detect a cloaked vessel, a tachyon grid, chronoton torpedoes, or bioneural gel packs.
B.
Tachyon grid.
Magic's going A.
I got B.
You going chronoton torpedoes? All right, let's see the answer. Tachyon grid. Starfleet uses a network of tachyon beams. A cloaked ship passing through breaks the
0,
grid.
2.
All right. Next question. What backdoor command allows Starfleet intelligence to covertly access a computer? Level 1, security bypass, a transwarp signal, or a subspace burst?
Level 1 security
A.
bypass.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, everyone going A. John B, give you 2 seconds to catch up. He's going A.
The back door.
Level 1 security bypass. The highest authorization required to override command lockouts and access encrypted covert files. Last question. Covert operatives often use isolinear chip with what specific colored casing to indicate high-level encryption or Section 31 data? As you open your mouth for a yawn.
A.
Black, blue, or red?
I meant to say A. A.
Gotta go black.
What's that noise? What is that noise?
I don't know.
I don't know what that noise is. Is that my foot tapping?
No, it's me going like this.
Oh man, I can see here now. Your throat is doing a little weird thing. All right, you're like a gobbler, a gargler. Gargle.
Oh boy.
All right, we're going black. Black is the new black.
Right on.
All right, classified or Black Ops data chips. All right. Oh, one more. To prevent a transporter from being tracked by an enemy, an operative would use what type of scrambler? A, pattern buffer offset. B, biofilter scrambler. Or C, biomolecular harmonizer. Aha!
Aha.
This is a tough one. Because I honestly don't even remember the correct answer. But John B is saying B.
I want to say B too.
I'm gonna go with B as well.
Because
Scrambled
the scramblers
eggs.
is both in yes.
I threw in the word scrambler to trick you guys. Pattern buffer
That would
offset.
be my initial one.
And you tricked us.
By shifting the resonance of the pattern buffer, the transporter beam becomes noisy and impossible to lock onto via conventional sensors.
Son of beach.
I figured if I threw
should
in the
not
word
have
scrambler.
doubted
Yeah,
myself.
and you
Yeah. All right, I think that's end transmission. Oh, there's one more. Oh, this one will be easy because it's about Pegasus. Project Pegasus used a cloak that combined traditional cloaking with what? Molecular phasing, slipstream, or transwarp?
I'm gonna go with slipstream.
I don't even remember Project Pegasus.
Neither do I,
John
but
B
I'm
says
going
A,
B.
molecular phasing.
C.
So you got no faith in John B is what you're saying.
C.
Wait, which one was Pegasus? Was that the one? Was that
Riker
Riker's?
and yeah.
Oh, molecular phasing. Changed
C.
my answer to A.
All right. John B says A. Mgyx says A. Molecular phasing. The Pegasus project focused on a phased cloaking device, allowing the ship to exist in an interphase state to basically pass through solid objects. End of document.
This is what Flash uses to penetrate through walls.
Yes, he does. How'd you know?
Been there, done that.
You know the Flash? All right, good one. John B, it is good to have you back.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, John B, by the way, I DJ'd the homecoming
Oh, yeah.
at the high school out there. I didn't really get any feedback, so I don't know how things went. So see what you can hear.
I understand your kids were there, or kid?
Something. Yeah.
There you go, my son.
Okay. Yeah, just check with them. I mean,
Were you there, John B?
did you go there to check out the
DJ?
tall redhead?
Oh, he wasn't there.
It was kind of dark.
I'll tell you what, John B is cool. You know, I've worked with him. He's a great guy, and he knows his stuff.
Okay.
And
Well, we got an empty chair when he wants to
He
drive up to.
qualifies.
The only condition is when he drives up, he's got to bring blizzards from the Dairy Queen there because we don't have a Dairy Queen here, so we need blizzards. All right,
I'm good, John B. Just bring one for
bring one for me.
Kermit Tommy.
With,
What kind of would you like?
peanut butter cup, Reese's peanut butter cup blizzard for me.
That peanut butter parfait?
No, because that's got peanuts in it. I just want Reese's peanut butter cup in a blizzard.
Dairy King is a
Dairy
million
King?
times.
Yeah, I mean, but that's a little. I mean,
we
that's
got a
far.
Dairy King
You
here.
could bring Dairy King. You passed by Dairy King on the way here, PVG. But but you know what? I'm trying to cut back. I did run a mile this morning, by the way, on the
Did you
treadmill.
really?
I actually ran a mile.
I didn't know you had a treadmill.
Yeah, down in my office, I have a treadmill.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, I ran my Apple Watch actually gave me some kudos. It said I ran like a 7.5 minute mile.
I took my dog Ralph on a ride around the block on the side by side, which is 3.1 miles.
That's healthy.
We're good, you know. I didn't run. We were on in the side by side.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap soon. Do we have
So-
any homework?
I've been told now I possess a Winter Soldier style focus when a specific trigger word or topic of interest is mentioned. And I balance this intensity with lighthearted, approachable delivery.
Oh, that's what Google
Overall-
Gemini is telling you.
I serve as the crew's intellectual provocateur,
Yeah.
blending a deep, almost academic passion for Trek with a charismatic podcast-friendly personality that makes complex theories accessible to his audience.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
You have to do it up for yourself too, PVG, and see what it says about you.
I tell you what, Crewman Mgyx, it was pretty quiet without you. So,
I'm sure.
glad you're
Yeah,
glad
get
you're
your
on
ching
board.
chong on before the show. That way you
Yeah.
can be here on time.
I was gonna ching chong because I was hoping you were gonna be in early because I needed to talk to you about an OBS challenge that I may be facing and your thoughts on it. But like I said, I was like, it seems a little too quiet out there.
All right. Yeah, and I need to. I am gonna actually. I'm gonna put the smackdown on Crewman Patty because she definitely needs to get back in the studio. We haven't had quotes in like a month.
Yo, I talked to her, and you did not talk to her.
About what?
She said she is down to come on the show.
She says that, but it's difficult.
Hold on.
She won't do it.
She's down to come on the show and act as and not for the whole show, but like a small segment, like an Ask Crewman Patty type or Crewman Patty Ask Questions, because she has general questions like a newbie would have that we don't know to ask, that she has apparently a few. And she said she's cool to come down and do that kind of segment where it's like, okay, I just watched this episode with you, blah, blah, or why do these characters do this? And boom, there's our
She's
topic.
just saying that to my friends. She won't really do it.
Crewman Patty, would you do that?
I'm pretty
No,
sure
she's not
Patty
watching.
would do it.
Crewman Sherry, would you do that?
Crewman Sherry will not do it.
She was here on the couch. She'd be great on the couch.
Wait, was
anytime,
Crewman Sherry?
all
Wait,
the
was-
time.
You just said she would be great on the couch.
No. I
Wait,
don't
was
mean.
Crewman Sherry there for the New Year's episode?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, well, never got to see her, so I don't know.
She did the
See, she's listening.
She
Do
did
what?
the. I know she did the show, or she did the.
Yeah, she helped out with all the
game. She
She was
trivia and
great.
everything. The
She was
Jeopardy.
great.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was going to be one.
She
of those,
was
like,
yelling
hey,
at me because I wasn't controlling you guys.
the faces, but what do you mean?
Crewman
control it?
Sherry,
PVG was drunk off of his ass.
Oh
There was
my
no
God.
controlling.
PVG almost
it
got
wasn't.
everybody canceled.
I apologize. Crewman Sherry, I would pick you up on the way here. You're on the way.
Don't do that, because then when he gets drunk and then you're stuck, and then you don't want to do that. Uber.
Uber.
Do we have
He is
Uber
the
out here?
Uber. There's only one Uber driver in the whole county.
I thought it was going to be a behind the scenes where, like, we saw Crewman Patty, we saw Chief Scott, and I thought we were going to see PVG or.
Well, you saw
PVG and everyone
Chief
else.
Scott as
I know, but
I'm glad Chief Scott was out here.
Yeah, Chief Scott brought
He
like a
was-
whole wardrobe
yes.
with him.
yes, I do recall that. But we need it. I think Crewman Patty, if you're listening, that would be awesome. Or Crewman Sherry, because just got into it. There are questions that I know you guys have that we are not smart enough to think of. We're too smart to think that the question has to be asked. But there's other people that are just getting into Star Trek that have the same question. We want you to
Definitely.
pose those questions to us live in the chair so we can answer them. You don't have to stay for the entire show, but doing
It'd be
your
fun.
gestures.
Well,
and
you
things
should.
like
What are you
that.
going to do
Yeah,
otherwise,
it'd
right?
be fun.
Just stay for the entire show.
Don't stay for the entire show. You'll get bored out of your mind. You're not that into Trek yet. Work your way up to being around.
Don't
the
be a
nerds.
Desiree.
look.
Crewman
Don't.
Renee, Crewman JVG, that includes you guys too. It's
See, here's the thing.
So
This is
fun.
where y'all are fucking up. Y'all are overloading them with too much nerdist stuff, and it's driving them away. Give them small doses. Let them come back for more if
but
they
they're
want
married.
more.
They're married to an artist.
Yes,
Nerdisms.
but they're not
Respect.
online and on camera with us. So that's why I'm saying. Well, not in this aspect. PVG, I don't know what you do with your upside down pineapples in your house, but I'm not asking.
Shit.
So I'm just saying. Give them the
I-
small segment. If they want to go longer or want to stay more, they can, but don't force them to stay the entire show. Just do like a little 5-minute
Yeah,
segment.
it's not the
Be like-
70s anymore where you force things.
be like Johnny Carson or Jay Leno, like the Tonight Show. Have them on for a small segment and then let them walk away. If they want to stay, they could stay on the couch or the chair, whatever you got
Absolutely.
there. But if they don't, let them go.
We don't force them.
By the way, search for Technically Trek on T Public
Gear?
and check out the new PVG,
Don't
Sweat,
expect to find my
the PVG hoodie,
They're going out like hotcakes. I have no
and
idea
just
why.
the Technically Trek logo The original logo hoodies and T-shirts are available on TeePublic, but the PVG shirts are now available on TeePublic.
I don't know why they're selling out crazy.
So check that out. We have sold a few of those. It is crazy.
Don't they have that other Olympics between the regular Olympics? Maybe they think that they're sponsoring someone.
Could be. Yeah, could be a confusion.
Oh my.
But all right, well, we're gonna wrap. Yeah, let's just say goodbye to everybody. Thank everybody. Hey, going rounds. Look at this.
Look, I'm not
Stacy's
saying I'm Johnny Carson. Tom is the Johnny Carson. I'm the Questlove, and PVG is
Andy Richter.
whoever that Andy Richter or whatever that little robot guy is for the British dude.
Biggie, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah,
Hey,
Biggie.
and also Paramount Plus has got all the MMA,
I
stuff
know.
on there.
UFC's there now. It's like boom,
UFC's
just appeared out of nowhere.
So, Biggie, you're gonna have a lot more subscribers.
You got UFC and Star Trek all in one
Yes,
place. Paramount
yes.
Plus.
Booyah. So,
Oh, that's nice. We'll have to go back and watch the Going Rounds podcast. For those
Yeah,
of you watching here that are into MMA, definitely check out the Going Rounds podcast on YouTube and wherever you watch your podcast. Big E will break down all of the MMA news. And I think it sounds like he's doing a breakdown of the Paramount Plus, like UFC structure of how it's being kind of deployed in their portal. So check that out
he does a great job. You think you were there.
for sure.
And his guests that are on there.
And he's Mexican.
Hola. Like that.
I've seen
I
some.
didn't know
I've
that.
seen some of the TikToks that Paramount Plus has already put out for UFC. I mean, you can tell they're putting tons of money into the promotions and the marketing. But that's what they do.
Yeah.
They got the Starfleet Academy coming up. They've been putting a ton of money into that. So hopefully it all pays off.
Going Around podcast. Don't forget that.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to go to El Baño. Mgyx, say goodnight.
Good night.
I'm glad
What are you
you're
about to do, Mgyx? You about to stream on Zero Frax?
No, well, possibly. I'm trying to. We found some old games. So speaking of Big E, I was watching Tenet Trend stream the other day, and we were chatting, and kind of got into how I got into gaming, and that actually me and Big E have actually played Call of Duty together before
He said
due
duty.
to Cremo. When Cremo brought me into it, and then Biggie was there as well. So they have this big sale going on, and a lot of the older games that you could play with a disc, you can't play on the newer Xboxes, so they're on sale like $10. So I bought a bunch of them, and I was playing a match, and I was telling Trent that I was like, I would hop in your game and play, but I'm downloading these files. And she's like, yeah, I've been trying to get my dad to pick up the sticks again and play. And I was like, yo, I am so down. I bought all these old games. She's like, oh, yeah, I got a couple of those too. I was like, we should get your dad and the old crew back together, which is basically would just be me, Cremo, and Big E, and then Tren, and run some matches and try and get them back into the old game. But anyway, the problem is, there's not a way to prevent. It's a matter of getting your teammates' audio onto your stream without getting the game audio of other chatters or other players into your stream, which will get you canceled in a heartbeat. Because playing those games, and I think that's one of the biggest things with our generation difference and the wokeness. Obviously, these kids who need the wokeness now never played Modern Warfare 2 or Call of Duty 2 or Black Ops. those games, you were cussed up and down the street. Every orifice was told you was being exploited by so and so, and man, you just had to have a tough skin to play in those matches with the way that people talked across the live chat. So I think what I'm trying to do is just get it so the audio of my teammates are the only ones that come through and go through OBS. So that's what the thing I'm going to try testing with tonight, which is what I was going to hit you up on ways to do that in OBS.
All right. Well, PVG already had to take an emergency break.
He had to go.
I'm going to be taking a break, but let's thank
everybody.
Crewman Karen, thank you. Crewman Sherry, Trekbot IB was in the chat, and welcome back. John B was in the chat with a pretty big contribution with a lot of the trivia. So thanks, John B.
Facts.
And we got the empty chair for John B because he is like 10 miles down the road. So there's no reason that John B can't just roll up into studio and partake in some twisted tea with us.
Again,
So,
I apologize for my lateness.
tardy as hell.
I was. I contemplated. It was like kind of like work. I was like, man, should I just come in late or just not show up at all? Because sometimes it's better just to not show up at all.
Sometimes, yeah, it is just like no show is better than late show.
Yeah. Because
But
from
that's
a
all right.
logistic standpoint, I could help. I can curb this. But then
But my throat was going out, so I definitely needed you to come in and because PVG's not a big talker.
Right. He ain't talking much. He gurgles a lot, but doesn't talk a lot.
He mumbles. He's a
This is
mumbler.
true.
But all right, well, I'm gonna head out and take an emergency break. We will catch you guys next Sunday, and as we come closer to Starfleet Academy, I don't think I'm gonna get through. My goal was to get through season 7 of DS9. I'm not even at season 7 yet. I've got like 3 more episodes to go before I'm there. And then I'll have all of season 7, which is like 26 episodes. I don't know. I might be able to do that in 10 days. I might be able to do it in 10 days because I could knock out like 5 episodes a day. 5. So in like 6 days, I could probably be done with
25
it.
episodes. If you do 5 a day, that's 25 episodes.
I could probably
But
do it then.
If you look at, even if you do 4 a day, just think of your Saturdays.
Yeah.
Just let it play in the background when you wake up in the morning. That's 10. I mean, you could get through half a season in one Saturday afternoon. You don't trust me. There's a lot of them you don't have to actually watch. You just listen to it.
Yeah. I'm a watcher. But all right. Live long and prosper to John B. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We will catch you guys next Sunday unless we catch you sooner. Kapla. Mixing up
Kaplow.
Kapla.
Clapple.
amigos.
Oh, your mic's off, by the way.
See, that's what you get.
Adios,
for leaving.
amigos.